For the past couple of years, I've talked about Flipgrid. Both the app and the website are a great way to give students voice by creating videos. More recently, some of you have discovered Flipgrid for another reason, for creating your own recordings, so I thought more of you should know about it. It's very easy to use. To start with, you need to go to flipgrid.com and create an account. By the way, Flipgrid works best on Chrome. Once you have your account created, you're going to go to Shorts at the top. Once you choose Shorts, you're going to see that you can record a video. When you choose Record, the time limit is 10 minutes. Now there are several options to this. If I click down on the bottom, I have options here as well as effects. I'm going to start with options. First of all, I can upload a clip. If you've already recorded something in another program and saved it, you can bring that into Flipgrid. It's simply a matter of drag and drop. Now from there, another choice I have, which is kind of nice about Flipgrid, is I can do Add More. From Add More, again, I have more options. I can mirror, so if you want to flip it around, you can do that. I can record without audio, or I can record my screen. This can be a little bit confusing compared to other screen recordings. So if you're going to do a lot of screen recordings, I don't necessarily recommend this software. However, let's see how it's done. If I click on Record Screen and start screen recording, I'm going to choose whether I want to use entire screen, application window, and Chrome tab. I frequently use entire screen, so I can choose any place on my computer. So if I go to Share, and it's starting to count me down, and it starts to record. So it's difficult here because looks like I'm not doing anything. However, it's recording what's behind my screen. So for example, if I were to go to another place that I had something open and I wanted to talk about this, I could point out things on here, talk about it, then I would have to go back to the window where I was recording to stop. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. I have two clips now. I have the one that I uploaded, and then I have the one that I just brought in. On this particular clip, if you bring in a clip, you can do a little bit of editing, really minor. You can trim the edges. So for example, if I wanted to take out this part that wasn't showing the actual screen, I could take out the first 10 seconds or so and remove that. And at the end, when I went back to show the stop recording, I could do that as well. Once I hit confirm, it goes back in and adds it to my movie. So those cover the options of uploading, mirror, with or without audio, and recording your screen. Now let's look at some of the effects that you can put in. One of the things that you can do is put in a board that would be like a background. So that can be anything from a dotted grid to graphing paper, writing paper, or all kinds of colors. Maybe you just want a whiteboard. What's interesting about this is that you can actually split your screen. So if you want part of you showing while you're demonstrating on something on your screen, you can actually do that. Also in my effects, I can add photos. So this might be something that I want to add to talk about with the students. Maybe it's part of a rubric that I wanted to talk about. So for example, if I go back to this screen and I do a screenshot, and I take a screenshot of part of this that I wanted to talk about with the students, I could do that. And then I come back into my recording and I can drag or drop or go find this file. So I could move this around on my page, maybe change the board so that part of me is showing, so I could actually be talking and showing my face at the same time. Or maybe I wanted to make this much larger so students could see it. From there, I could start recording and talking about this particular piece. Other effects include the draw tool. So this allows you to actually draw right on the screen. Again, you can choose your color and you can choose your thickness. So if there's something that you really wanted to emphasize while you were talking, again, you can be using the draw tool while you are recording as well. Another tool is the text tool. And so you can add text, whether you want to add text as you are going along, or in most cases, people would want to put that on their screen before they even start. Again, these can be moved around, resized, all of those different kinds of things. Once you have the word typed in, you can change the font. You can change The color of the writing, you can change the color behind the writing, and you can change the background of the whole word. Something else you can add is emojis. Now, these emojis might be the standard, but they might be things like sports that you want to add in, and this might be something that adds a little emphasis to what you're talking about and can make it fun as you're going along. There's one teacher who uses a rocket when he's presenting, and he uses that rocket as his pointer. So as he's talking and he needs to point to things, he can actually do that when he's recording and uses the rocket as an example. Just an idea. Another effect is frames. Now obviously these aren't very serious, but you could have some fun with this if you were trying to create something, for example, like a happy birthday message, or they also have a newscast one. So if you were trying to give that kind of breaking news to your class, you could certainly do that. And then of course there's filters that you can add to your own image as you're recording. You can change these different filters. When you're done, you simply click next. Again, you can edit each one of these clips. You can add more to them. You can rearrange the clips if you want to, as long as you keep within your 10 minutes. One of the things that you can see that happens that gets a little annoying is it always wants to play, so I'm continuously pausing at that part of it. And then I'm going to choose next again. And with Flipgrid, their standard is to always have a selfie to end their videos. That's very typical for students as well. So you have to take a selfie. And then if you'd like to, you can add effects to that. So maybe you're not so crazy about your face being up there, so you can certainly add an emoji, have some fun with that, and add that instead if you'd prefer. And then you can go next, and it's going to upload your video for you. Now here's what's really cool about it. So if I take my video that I have, and if you notice, I now have a link that I can share with others to be able to view that. I also can generate a QR code if I'd like to. I can download the video, so maybe I want to put it in Google Drive. I can copy the embed code for those of us working in Schoology. That's a great tool. I can also share to Google Classroom. Lots of great ways to get this video out to viewers.